into my new podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about energy, and we're talking to Lauren Taylor. She's a phenomenal coach. I really wanted to bring her on today because I wanted to talk to her about energy. Our energy, the way that it actually absorbs inside of us. How can we protect our energy? How can we protect it to be more positive than negative? Why is it that we do feel this negative energy coming towards us? How is it that when somebody else comes into the room, we're feeling this negative energy pull towards us? Why is it that we can keep this positive energy within us? So this is why I've brought in Lauren. I want her to talk to us a little bit about energy. Why do we have it? How can we keep it attached? How can we keep this aura of beautiful energy within us? So let's talk to Lauren Taylor. If you are listening to this podcast, again, please make sure you are subscribing. Subscribe below. This will help me bring in more and more podcasts for you guys. So let's talk to Lauren Taylor. I am so thrilled that I have here today with me, Lauren Taylor. She is from Sweet Smiling Soul on Instagram. She inspires me every day when I see her post. Lauren is a coach who guides you to make empowered, intuitive decisions so that you can gain clarity on your life's purpose. How beautiful is that? I had to bring Lauren here today. And this is why I'm introducing you to Lauren Taylor right here, right now. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on the podcast. I'm so grateful to be here.
I'm so excited that you came here. As you guys all we don't know, Lauren and I have a 9.5 hours, I think it is, difference in timing. I'll let her tell you where she's from. To make this recording possible, I had to make sure that I was available at the right time for Lauren. So I'm really excited to have her here today. Welcome, Lauren, and thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you so much. That is a beautiful introduction to Nishma. Thank you. I'm just so grateful. So yeah, I mean, you summed it up pretty well. I'm Lauren, and I'm the creator of Sweet Smiling Soul, which is basically just a place to just feel at peace with yourself. It's a place to find purpose and just to feel inspired by your life. And I do this, do my work by mentoring women. I mentor one-on-one, but then I also mentor in group settings through my online courses. And I've been doing this for a couple of years now. I am actually based in Vienna, Austria, but I'm originally from Australia, and I live here with my Austrian partner, Lawrence. And I've been an expat for 4 years now. At first it was in London, then I moved to Munich to be with my partner. And then we went back to Australia thinking we would move there, but then I felt called to go back to Europe. So we're back here and we've settled in Austria for now. It feels like home. I do miss my home, but at the same time, Europe's just given me lots of opportunities, and I'm just, super grateful to be here. That's where the time difference comes in, 9 hours or so, I think.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. This is one of the biggest things that I have on my podcast. I love the fact that I meet so many beautiful women like you, and to have you guys on my past podcast, any one of you guys, everyone so far has been such a intriguing conversation. And I don't know what it is, but I've just met really beautiful people here. So thank you for being here. It really touches my heart. The reason why I have you here, though, as you know, is I want to talk to you about energy. We all here around us create energy, either it's negative or positive energy. We have it inside of us, right? And when we talk about life's purpose, or we talk about the things that we're going to accomplish in a day, our energy is one of our biggest intuitive to lead us to the places that we want to go. Here's an example. You're driving in your car, and all of a sudden someone cuts you off. You had such a good day. You're listening to such good music. You're enjoying your coffee in the car, and someone just cuts you off. Think about that energy that's going to just switch inside of you. Now you're mad. You're irritated that this person cut you off. So you're probably ranging to give him that middle finger. But do you see how that energy just twisted? You were in such a good mood. You came out of the house really well. You're driving smoothly, and someone changes that energy within a minute. This is what I want to talk to you about, is surrounding our energy. Where does this energy come from? How do we protect this energy? So I think my first question for you is, and I know you're going to I know you're going to be like, I've never been asked this question, but I'm going to ask it to you anyways, is how do we carry this energy with us? What is this energy? Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, so you're right. Like I have never been asked this question before. What is energy? But I actually like write about it a lot in my content with Sweet
Yeah.
Smiling Soul. And I think when I share it, it's like speaking from the perspective of like creating certain types of energy with your thoughts and your words and yeah, just like the behavior and your behaviors really. So yeah, when I think about it, like looking back at my yoga teacher training in Nepal, my yoga teacher said to all of us that, you know, energy is never born, it never dies, it's always existing, it's all around us, it's in everything. And yeah, and I mean, that really spoke to me, and I was like, yeah, it's true. But yeah, when I'm creating content, speaking of this, I'm usually focusing on the words that we speak, because, you know, like your example that you gave, you might be driving in the car, you're having a good day, obviously you've had positive thoughts up until that point, and then all of a sudden somebody triggers you and it's just like all downhill from there. You know? And you know, it's usually the stories that you're telling yourself, or like the reason, maybe it's ego stepping in, coming in and saying, you know, you should be angry because of this or that. And when we begin to create these stories, and then therefore it turns into we're creating like a vibration that just projects like, you know, negativity. And sometimes it can be difficult to, you know, get back to ourselves and yeah, just switch it. But yeah, you're right, definitely switch is like a light switch. But yeah, we definitely have the power to take control of that, as long as we're practicing mindfulness and awareness around that too. Yeah.
I love that you said that, practicing mindfulness. That really makes it such a big difference. I think controlling your mind, understanding where this energy is coming from, grounding yourself is a big thing. Energy is this universe. This universe itself has energy. We create the energy that we have within us. I totally believe that. When we walk around, we carry that energy. We see someone, their energy reflects on us. We reflect our energy on them. I do also believe that energy is something that we can keep and not allow it to be distributed to someone else. So if we're feeling not good today, we don't want that energy to go everywhere else. We need to fix that energy within us. So when I talk about energy, I talk about everything that we create within ourselves to allow us to do the things that we want during the day. So when you said mindfulness, that comes to me as meditation. That's one of the things that I look at. So when you're meditating, how does our energy and our intuition, how do they really work together to create our energy?
Yeah, so I truly believe that during meditation and in the space of silence, I have my best ideas. This is when my intuition can just come through, speak to me, give me the clarity that I need. And it doesn't always have to be like a strict form of meditation. It can be just, yeah, creating more moments of silence throughout my day. But yeah, if we're meditating or, you know, creating ease and flow on a regular basis, our body is going to be, you know, nice and flowing. We're going to be in sync, and we're going to have like a beautiful energy about us. You know, we're going to project a more calm and relaxing energy. So I think when I think about meditating, usually I'm inspired to do it because I just want to, you know, calm myself and reset my energy and just get back to who I really am. And yeah, during this space, like obviously intuition comes through more often, and that's how I think it just intertwines. So yeah.
That's amazing. Actually, you know, when you said that, when you just take a moment and just be quiet and kind of just feel that energy, that was really like, I believe that was really powerful. I actually learned through the courses that we've been taking, like, you took Jennifer Jade course, and now I'm taking that one too. I just remembered something too when I was reading one of the lesson plans, is when you're actually in that mood of low energy, or you're feeling some kind of negativity, she asks you to write down the question. So why am I feeling this energy? Why am I, like, you're quieting your mind, but then you're asking the question by writing it actually down. I am feeling sad today. Why am I feeling sad? And the answers actually, when you think about it, they come to you, and you know what the reasons are. You're feeling that way. I'm feeling so much hatred towards this person. Why? Why am I getting this feeling today? Why am I having a hard time doing, going into this job? Or why is my energy not in par with me? Something like that. And whatever it is that you're feeling, and if you meditate or you just silence your mind, like you said, usually the intuitive just kind of gives you those answers, right? Right. And I love how you said that. Quiet the mind. I like that. Just really brings out a lot of information for us when we're feeling low, or we're feeling tired, or there's some energy that we're creating, that when our husbands come home, or when our partners come home, like you said, we can bring those energies right to us. Like, we can give them that energy when they're coming back home with good energy, right? So I've had that with my husband a couple of times, where I'm in such a bad mood, and he's come home and he's in a good mood, but my mood has just ruined his entire day. And it's it's like the cross connection doesn't work. And that's when he's like, do I want to come home today, or do I want to stay at work? Which one is it?
Yeah.
So this is why I ask you, like, when we talk about energy and the people that are around us all the time, we create our energy and we reflect it on other people. So what is the impact? What is the impact of others' energy on us?
Yeah. So I think for me, I'm quite sensitive and quite I can easily pick up on other people's energy. It's like if I walk into a room, I'll feel the energy, whether it's positive or negative, and often I'll just like take it on as my own. And so when I'm in front of people who might have like some kind of negativity, or they're stressed, or they're tense, and I usually feel that within my body. And it's the same with positive energy. Like if I have usually if I go to like a spiritual meetup or something, it's always high vibes. It's like you always feel so amazing. You feel light and easy, in flow. Everybody's like joyful, and it's just so beautiful. And I feel that energy, and I carry it with me, like you were saying at the beginning. You carry it with me, and then I want to try and nurture it as much as possible, because I don't want to let that go, and so practicing, doing practices to nurture that, whether it be yoga or walking in nature. That's really that's something that I like to do. But if it's like negative energy that I pick up from other people, I just will maybe still do something to cleanse it. So it also, again, could be yoga. There's like yoga, walking in nature. It's the same kind of thing, but it always just brings me back to myself, and just being mindful of when I'm picking up on this negative energy, and just being mindful that it is important for me to cleanse and protect, because you can carry it with you for the rest of the day, even weeks, like a long time in some cases. But just something that I wanted to mention as well is a practice that I've taken on when I do pick up other people's energy is, and I am aware in the moment that it's not mine. I just say, okay, show me how to release this energy, because it's not mine, and I just try to detach from it the best way I can, by just telling myself this energy is not mine, and then just coming back, centering myself, and going from there.
Yeah, I love that. I love how you said that. Let the energy flow right back out. Let it flow out. It's not your energy. Just take a deep breath. Take it out. Take it out. I like the walking on the park, or just taking that self time for yourself, and just going for a walk and taking deep breaths, and energy through the earth, through the outside, the air. It really does help us. I totally do agree with you with that. There is something that I look at when it comes to like negative energy, and I believe sometimes we can get a bit of a misunderstanding with negative energy. And I think when I talk about negative energy, I'm thinking about we're just feeling low on ourselves. So we're really feeling like we're not able to get a task done as much faster as we want to get it done, or we're having low energy when it comes to, doing something for ourselves. But there's energy that we create through negative energy, through jealousy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Comparing
Mm-hmm.
ourselves to others. That's a different kind of energy. But how, or envying someone else. That's a huge thing when it comes to media, as you can tell.
Yeah, for
Energy is
sure.
a
Yeah.
energy is a huge problem with that. Like we create that energy inside of us through all these problems when it comes to being negative, through jealousy, envying, comparing ourselves. How can you tell the difference between that energy and the energy that we actually carry when we're just low on ourselves?
Yeah. So I think when if we're creating like a jealousy energy within ourselves, like it's like I just said it, I just explained it as like we've created it basically. We've created it because we're telling ourselves stories such as I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. Maybe there's negative because negative words as well create a negative energy within you as well. So if you're maybe judging the person or like criticizing in some way, or if you're like, why does she have that, I don't have that, or whatever it is, where it's stories that we're telling ourselves. It's repetitive thoughts. It's also just information overload, because you can be on social media and you be searching one person that might trigger you and make you feel jealous, but then a couple posts down you'll feel it again because there's another person there that does it, and then another, and it's just like this vicious cycle, and it just keeps it's always, and because we spend so much time on social media, it's always in your face, and we're constantly reminded every day of what we don't have, and then we have these feelings of unworthiness. And I think, yeah, I mean, we have our own beliefs about ourselves, and we carry a certain energy there. However, it can definitely be influenced and impacted by spending way too much time in places that don't make you feel good, whether it's social media or with the people that you surround yourself with, whatever that is. Yeah, it's not. It's yeah, you've got this energy, and you might have negative thoughts about yourself, but it's always like repetitive thoughts on social media or in these kind of situations that create this like more jealous feeling. And that's when I think, again, going in and cleansing that energy and doing what feels good and reminding yourself of all the qualities that you love about yourself can help with that. And reminding yourself that you're on a different path. It's divinely timed. Everybody's got their own path to go on, and just shifting it a little bit too. Just if there is somebody that makes you feel like jealous, look at it as if like, well, it's possible for me, like, and this could be the outcome that I want to achieve, and put it on your vision board, something like that. But it's just like those little, being aware of when you're creating the stories, and being aware of when that they're not true, and trying to just switch them, maybe having a social media detox, also just practicing more self-love and care can definitely help with that. Yeah.
It's amazing how when we talk about energy, we bring up a lot of information on that. And I love how you say the detox and the cleansing and the walk in nature. And when we are looking at being jealous or envying someone, we're creating that energy inside of us ourselves. And that is such a good way of seeing it, because when sometimes we don't realize that we are actually creating that energy in us ourselves. We actually just look at something and say, oh, I want that too. Right. And we've already created that energy in us. In fact, if you see something that you really like, why don't we change that energy and say, wow, that's amazing. That is goals for me. That is something I want to achieve one day. And I'm so proud of her, or I'm so proud of him. Like that is something we can change our energy to. Like to be like, wow, I'm impressed, I'm intrigued, I'm excited, let me go and talk to her and see how she did it or what they did, maybe they'll be happy to share, like something like that. I've also learned with energy, there's a way of kind of trying or something that we can do to practice to not allow bad energy in. It's nothing to do with any questions I've ever asked you before. So
Okay.
I've uh, I was reading something about someone saying allow a bulb of light or allow some kind of shield around you,
Mhm.
so your energy is within you and others' energy bounce off you.
Mhm.
What is that? Have you ever heard of that kind of saying?
Yeah, I have. Like a few spiritual healers have actually told me to create, like to visualize a bubble, choose a color, whatever color you decide, like that's the color that it's meant to be, because it probably relates to a certain chakra within your
Yeah.
body that maybe
Yeah.
needs more protection. And so, yeah, you think of a color, and you would, yeah, just like visualize a bubble around you, and just know that what's inside the bubble is safe, and it's everything that just nurtures you. And then you're right, like whatever's on the outside will just bounce off that bubble and it can't affect you. So I love this visualization. It's something that I've practiced like on and off, but it is really powerful, I think. And another example is like kind of just like putting on like a big body glove, I guess, like, you
Yeah.
know, just visual, like what was the affirmation? One spiritual healer just said, like, guides of the highest truth, like, protect me, I am here now. And like, and he went, like, he told me to visualize pulling a sheet or a glove from my feet all the way over my head, and just kind of, it was like the routine that to do as soon as you wake up in the morning and, you know, start your day. And I really like this idea. I mean, for me, I need to be a bit more disciplined with it, I guess. But these are some, just especially if you're a visual person, these are some of the practices definitely that could help to just protect yourself throughout the day. Yeah.
Something to think about, a light, any kind of light that goes around you that protects you when you're
Yeah.
waking up, like you said. Start doing this in the morning, thinking about, pulling up this big huge cloth around you and allowing this source of
Yeah.
energy to stay with you and just
Yeah.
be within you and not allow anyone else's energy reflect you, because
Mm-hmm.
what happens around you has nothing to do with you. And what
Mm-hmm.
happens around, what happens within you has nothing to do with the rest of the world. And I think that is the biggest topic here that we're talking about is energy. When we talk about energy, the biggest lesson here I am just about to share, and you know it too, is we are our own energy. We are our own life. We are our own person. We are our own things. We do our own stuff. What other people do around us should not reflect us.
Mm-hmm.
What we do today or tomorrow or anytime should not reflect anyone around you. This is you. This
Mm-hmm.
is your life. This is the things that you do. Your energy is yours. Why are we bringing our energy out to other people? Why are other people's energy reflecting on us? So we need to reflect our own energy and look into us ourselves. And that is the biggest thing that you've taught me today is energy is built in within us. We are surrounded by this big ball of color and that
Yeah.
energy is around us. And I love that you said that. I love that you brought that up, because this is what everyone needs to hear. When you wake up in the morning, we need to create this energy bubble. When
Yeah.
we go to sleep, we need to bring this bubble and relax with it, and when we wake up, we bring it back up again.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yep. Honestly, like whatever works, like whatever visual practice works, you know, I think it's, yeah, it's really powerful. It's just like a bit of a mindset shift, you know, and it just allows you to become more aware of your own energy, and, you know, how important it is to protect your energy throughout the day when we engage with so many different things and people, or, you know, we don't know how the day is going to unfold. So it's good to just have that bubble there. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
and yes, this I think this is what we were talking about when we had just started this conversation before recording this podcast. Is I was talking to you about how I was feeling with my past, and our past reflects our energy too, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
brings out a lot of energy within us. And I believe our energy also has layers and layers of things that we need to work on. That's another thing that I just thought about right now. Our energy has layers. just like our chakras all have layers. And each layer we're trying to remove to get into our deep, deep, deep layer of core to know who we really are. So when you talk about, helping others with finding their life's purpose, do you work with people like this that need this kind of work to be done, where they do try to remove layers and layers of their chakra or their energy to create what they're looking for?
Yeah, for sure. So my mostly I do this kind of work through my online courses. So I have this one course, More Than Worthy, and that's like a 4-week kind of deep dive into um, removing all the things that no longer serve you. And it might take longer for some people, and for others it might just be like a quick 4-week experience. But we talk about connecting with the inner child and protecting her and acknowledging her and just bringing out that childlike self again. And then we also, do a lot of journaling practices, especially around, the need to please people, the need to show up all the time when you don't feel like it, or just the limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves. We do a lot of journaling around this so that we can remove these layers and just like unpack the beliefs that we have about ourselves, unpack the stories that we've told for so many years, and just rewrite those stories. And I think that this is a really powerful practice. And there might only be a few layers for some, but many layers for others. But if you're on that journey of just trying to uncover who you are, get to know your soul, then that's amazing. That's an amazing first step, even just starting. It might take years, might take months, doesn't matter, as long as you're just starting on the path, removing what no longer serves you and inviting in the things that you are worthy of and the things that would really light you up and make you feel content.
You are amazing. I remember talking to you, you're like, I don't know if I have so much to talk about with energy. You have a lot to share. You have a lot to share. And I'm impressed because you know what, we talk about energy, you're like, what's energy, right? And we talk about it, but it's everything that's around us, everything that's around us. It has to do with not just who we are inside. It has to do with the people that are around us, the things that we look at, by just maybe looking at a picture, sometimes our energy can be like completely go, oh my God, completely low. Like little things in this world can distract how we feel. And I also feel what we feel during the day, it starts from how we wake up in the morning. It all starts from our wake up. It's when do you go to sleep and when do you wake up? I think that all reflects our energy. And then that energy will create our day. Mm-hmm. Right? We know that. We all know this information, but nobody figures it out till today. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows how to just react today. Today's a new day. Forget about what happened yesterday. Think about today. Let's wake up in the morning. Let's have that nice cup of coffee if you really need it or not. Grab a nice cup of tea. I look at our difference in time right now. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, my time. So I know it's about 7 p.m. your time there right now. And though we are in different time zones, I still look at me and I still look at you, and we create such beautiful energy during the entire day, and there's days where I don't feel like posting on Instagram at all. And I won't even have a story. I just want to be me. And I think that's okay, right? There's a lot of that we all go through, a lot of that. I think when me and Lauren talk about energy, I feel there's a lot to talk about when it even comes to moms with babies and kids. We go through energy with theirs. And that is another kind of type of energy. What we create, our energy, our kids can see it. And then they will react towards your energy. So if you're in a good energy, they'll be good kids. And if you have that leave me alone energy, they won't leave you alone. Yeah. That's when you're just like, leave me alone. Like, so yeah. Energy is a big thing. Let's end this with that. Like, let's start with our day. Let's wake up in the morning and let's have that start with even a meditation or a workout or something that will help you create that day. And I think that's how our day starts. And I call it our rock. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before. That saying, you start your day with your rock. Anything that helps you create that good, beautiful energy. So you can share that energy if you have your kids around, or you can create that energy with everything that you need to have done, but for the day. And then when you bring the energy back at the end of the day, that energy will allow you to create your day and end your day at the end. And so you finish with your rock. Have you ever heard of that before? I don't know if you have.
No, I haven't. I haven't, but I love that. That's beautiful. Yeah.
So start with your rock and end with your rock.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing that I always say. And then in between is your sand and your gravel. And we'll talk about that some other time. But yeah, that's another topic. But it's just the way that we talk when we talk about energy. So Lauren, I'm so happy that you're here and that we were able to talk about this really beautiful topic, because honestly speaking, there's a lot of women, not even women, men, everyone out there, that we all have some type of energy that we feel we're low, we're down, we can't get anything done. This energy reflects on our day-to-day basis every single day. And that's what creates what our day is going to look like. And you just said given us a lot of tips and tricks on that, meditation, keeping your mind clear, walking in nature, yoga is another one. Like you said, a lot of beautiful things that we can do to bring that energy back up. So I'm very thankful for you. Thank you so much for being here today. Lauren,
thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. You are such a gem, and I cannot wait for people to get to know you more and to like click on your link and be like, who is she? I want to go and talk to her. Like you got to do this with Lauren. She's amazing. Lauren, if people do want to get a hold of you, like they want to talk to you about, releasing some layers or being able to help them find that purpose, where can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram, which is Sweet Smiling Soul. You can DM me. I'm always free for a chat. Also, my website, www.sweetsmilingsoul.com. But all the links are on my Instagram. It's easy to just share Instagram these days. So that's the main thing. I'd love to, reach out to me if you have any questions, if you'd like to discuss, unpacking some beliefs and, just you want to find your purpose, then I'm the person to talk to.
I'm actually really excited to talk to you too after this call.
Yeah, for sure.
But I will have Lauren's information in my description below. So if you guys do want to talk to her or get into her Instagram or get to know her more, please click on those. That will be available to you as well under my description. If you guys are all watching and you guys are enjoying this, and this really does help you with your day-to-day work and you guys get intrigued, please make sure you guys subscribe below. Please subscribe, write your guys's thoughts and let us know what you guys think. That is one of the biggest things why we're here. We talk, we love to encourage other people. We love to keep you guys going. And my biggest thing here on this show is to get you guys all motivated. So other than that, have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone. And we cannot wait to bring you another episode next week. Have a fabulous day. Bye, everyone.